Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and look at this beautiful 1957 Rhythm and Blues window card. Oh my gosh. For the Midnighters before they became Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. In fact, they started off as the Royals, if you know your R&B history. But this beauty is from Louisville, Kentucky. It is a tour blank, but I tell you that, black and blue night sky motif is just really spellbinding. It's just really nice, isn't it? This is a total home run poster design. Amazing. And as you can see there along the top there, it does say Big In-Person Rhythm Spectacular. Just words that, very typical for the day, but just sends the heart a-pattering, for collectors like me. When you see descriptions like that, you're into the old vintage posters. And then it does say, Universal Attractions present the Midnighters, King record stars. And that's nice to have on the poster because King, of course, was the legendary R&B record label of the 1940s and 1950s. Now, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters did cross over with a couple of hits in 1960, but they primarily were R&B legends. And, of course, they originated the twist, which they actually put on a B-side in 1959, and they had an R&B hit with it in 1960, but then they watched as Chubby Checker took the song and took it to the moon. Not once, but twice, actually. But that song was written by Hank Ballard, and he is the one I should definitely point out is the second person from the right there under the word stars. That is Hank Ballard and the writer of the twist. So, on this poster, on the other side there, under the group's name, you do have, it says New Hits, but unfortunately the couple they list were not In the Doorway Crying and Come and Get It. In fact, the Midnighters were in a bit of a lull right now. They actually did not chart any singles from 1956, 57, and 58, and this is right in the middle in 1957. So luckily, the poster designer did the right thing. He reached back in time, he or she, and picked a classic for a song title on there, Annie Had a Baby. That was #1 Rhythm and Blues in 1954 and was an answer record to the #1 monster Work With Me, Annie, and both were banned from radio play by the FCC. So I'm glad they weren't banned from this poster. It's really good to have any Midnighters poster with an Annie song on there, and this one doesn't disappoint in that aspect. So then rounding out the poster, as you can see down there at the bottom, the black oval, you've got Cal Green and his orchestra. And this beautiful design has to be given credit, absolutely. Murray Poster Printing Company in New York City, and their little tiny credit is down there in the lower right-hand corner. So luckily this was a tour blank. I mean, some posters, I guess that just goes without saying, not to knock any local designers, but can you imagine some local designer along the way banging out such a beautiful design like this and having it used for one show? It just doesn't make any sense at all. You can tell all the artistic thought and effort that went into this. It only stands to reason it would be used for an entire tour. So in this particular case, the information for the local show, of course, is stamped in there above in rather attractive black block font, or lettering if you will, and it does say Dance Palace Ballroom. Well, those are generic words, but luckily we did know it was from Louisville, Kentucky. And then it's got Friday, November 15th, and move in a little closer there, 9 p.m. to 1, although it's kind of funny the way that -1 is sort of left, dangling there at the end. It looks a little bit awkward, obviously just barely squeezed in. Advance, 99 cents. How cool is that? It's a psychological barrier of under $1 for admittance, and that's an advance. At the door, $1.50. And then you've got the really small line there, and more Louisville evidence, if you will. Limited tickets at Vines Record, assume, of course, record store. And you've got Blue Moon, 666, Top Hat Tavern, and Grand and Lyric Theaters. So, this Midnighters beautiful, gorgeous blank is from November of 1957, and just to show you how the blank was used, I have a picture of one from 3 months later, from February of 1958. And this was quite toned by the sun or by fluorescent lights, so the white has turned to brown. This one, from 3 months later, didn't see much light, so it's on white board, just the way that one started out. And this is from February 1958, as I said, from the Mambo Club in Wichita, Kansas. So, boy, it's good to know they used this thing for months, right? It's such a beautiful poster. Would have hated to have wasted it on just one show. The Midnighters from the late 1950s, R&B legends, and a legendary poster as well for collectors like me. Just an absolute beauty. Hope you enjoyed seeing it today. Thanks a lot for coming by, and we'll see you again soon for something just as fun. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.